What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing today? So in this video, we're going to be talking about, is Prime Junk worth it? And thank you for the follows. I'm live on Twitch. You guys feel free to stop by, ask any questions. I'm live every single day, and you guys can earn free stuff just by watching my streams, Warframes, weapons, mods, etc. But let's get into it. Is Prime Junk worth it? First, we want to understand what Prime Junk is, because I actually took to the forums to look this up, and I see so many people having so many different thoughts and ideas on what Prime Junk is, and it makes me think that they're just baby Tenno and they're still new to the game and they don't really understand what Prime Junk is. So let's first define what is Prime Junk. It has multiple meanings, but the first thing you guys want to understand about Prime Junk, and Ghetto, thank you for the bits. The first thing you guys want to understand about Prime Junk is that what qualifies as Prime Junk? Prime Junk is something that is always farmable, always farmable. That means it will never get vaulted. It did not come into the game with any primes, and it will not be leaving the game with any primes. So it never has a vault date. The things that you guys want to look for, like for example, and you guys can see all the relics that I have. These are literally all my lits, all my mesos, all my neos, all my axes. Why am I pointing this out? Because I want you guys to realize that, yes, though I've been playing the game for over 6 years, I constantly crack my relics. I constantly burn through my relics. I'll do every 3 months, I'll wipe all my relics out and start over from scratch, because all these parts that are in here are more valuable to me not being in a relic, no matter what they are. So I'll crack everything open. That being said, let's go back here and check this out. First Prime Junk, Ak Bronco. You guys can see that it shows up for the Ak Bronco. It is always going to be in something. The next thing is the Bratton Prime. Always going to be in something. That will always show up. The regular Bronco, also always going to be in something. The Burstin, also always going to be into something. You guys are getting the hang of this. The Fang Prime, that is another thing that is always around. Junk. Lex is another junk because it's always around. It's very important, Orthos, that you guys understand that when I say that it's junk, it does not mean it's bad. Orthos is a great weapon, for example, and so is the Paris. You can red crit with the Paris Prime. But the reason why we're considering it junk isn't because it's bad. We're considering it junk because it's always farmable. Like, people should have stacks and stacks and stacks of these things and parts and stuff just by playing the game a lot. Now, they're typically not valued very high, but for all the things that I just went over that I mentioned, you could easily sell the sets for about 20 plat a piece, which is really low for a full set, for like a full weapon set, but it's junk. And what is 20 platinum good for? It's good for getting you a weapon slot. So if you're a newer player, weapon slots or Warframe slots, if you're a newer player, that's perfect. It shouldn't be that hard for you to eventually get a bunch of junk together that you can then turn into platinum. You could also, those things that I listed, the Bronco, Bratton, Burstin, Fang, Lex, Orthos, Paris, all those things you can use to turn into Ducats so that when Borrow comes around, you can get items from Borrow. So what else do we want to know about Prime Junk? When we're in trade chat, and we see people wanting to buy Prime Junk, if you're going to give them any Prime Junk, first of all, know that I just said you could sell any of those sets for about 20 plat a piece. Even if you do 15 or 10, it's still probably a little bit better than what I'm about to explain is happening right now. But 15 to 20 platinum easily. You guys could be moving that stuff. And that's not a bad thing either. Like, regardless of whether people want to get it on the market or not, you're not charging hundreds of platinum for it. I saw at one point the Orthos go for like 100 platinum, 120 platinum, and everybody was doing it for that all of a sudden. Like, as if some clan got together and tried to milk the market or like manipulate it or something, which is why you should be sus a little bit of the time when it comes to Warframe market prices, because there's nothing stopping clans of people from getting together and trying to manipulate the market price. It's already happened before in the past. It's probably going to continue to happen again, but you watch enough of my videos here on YouTube, all platinum related, you'll get an education enough about it that you'll have an idea as to what things really should be priced at. Like, you know, how much value should you be really getting out of this stuff. Now, this isn't necessarily the same value I'm about to show you about getting, let's say you sell an Orthos for 20 platinum, but what you will see in trade chat a lot of time is people wanting to buy Prime Junk for 1 or 2 platinum a piece. I never, ever, ever, ever recommend that you sell your Prime Junk for 1 platinum a piece. You're just letting yourself get ripped off. And 2 platinum a piece still kind of sucks, but it's better than 1 platinum. And you could do 6 parts in a trade. Like literally if somebody's like, yeah, let me get like an ortho or whatever. I'm looking for prime junk, 2 platinum a pop. Any of the weapons that I mentioned previously in this video, you guys can give them any of the parts you want, any 6, and get 12 platinum off of that. It doesn't matter if they're worth 15 ducats or 100 ducats. Now, let's flip the coin here. What should you know about being a person that wants to buy prime junk? First of all, the biggest question I'm probably going to get is, Neo, should I buy prime junk to make platinum? My answer to that is it's completely up to you. Is it something I recommend? Not necessarily. I think the best thing you guys could do is watch the video that I made about doing the vault runs and grab the corrupted mods if you're newer to the game and you want to make platinum. That I think is a little bit better of an idea for you to do. I think there's less hassle involved when it comes to selling those corrupted mods, and I think that'd be better for you. But again, it's really up to you whether or not you want to be the person that's buying the prime junk in hopes that you actually make enough trades of prime junk that you manage to get some full sets together. Now, what's another benefit to buying prime junk? Not everybody understands what junk really is. So people will sell you, like, let me use this as an example. I'm going to pull up the Warframe market and we're going to go take a look at something. Warframe.market. I'm going to look up a Loki Prime. Actually, before I do this, here's what I need to know. I need to know what Loki Prime part, which I don't know how to check this now. Yes, I do. Which Loki Prime part, chat, is the, like, 15 ducat part? Loki Prime. Chassis, 45 ducats. Helmet, 15 ducats. So a Loki Prime Neuroptics. Let's check that out. Loki Prime Neuroptics. And we'll see what this is worth. 30 platinum. This is worth 30 platinum. And it's a 15 plat part. So what are we supposed to... What do I want you guys to realize about this? Is that if it's not any of the weapons that I mentioned, and it has potential to be vaulted, if it has the potential to be vaulted, unlike the weapons I listed earlier in this video, that means it also has potential to climb very drastically in price at a certain point throughout, I don't know, time. As time passes and it's vaulted, it's only going to climb more and more in price. So 30 plat right here. If you divide that by 2 or 1, that's either, if you're buying prime parts for 1 platinum a piece, that's 30 prime parts. If you're buying prime parts for 2 platinum a piece, that's 15 prime parts. So I hope this is kind of awakening you guys to realize that, like, just because it's for 15 ducats does not mean it's junk. Especially if it's not what I listed earlier. If it has the potential to get vaulted, it does not mean that it's junk. If it's 15 ducats, that doesn't mean that it's junk. So, hardcore, I want you guys to be aware of that. What is junk is all the stuff that I listed earlier when I was going through this. That's always farmable. Bronco, Bratton, Ak Bronco, Burstin, Fang, Lex, Orthos, Paris. Those 8 weapons are always going to be junk, but they're not bad weapons. They're just junk because they're always farmable. Hopefully you guys found this helpful and you understand how prime junk works a lot better now than you did previously. Again, last piece of advice. If you're selling prime junk, only sell, like, my recommendation, if you guys want to make platinum and be good at trade chat and stuff, is only get rid of parts for weapons that I listed in this video. Like, you know, the ones that I keep listing. As far as buying it, if you want to try and buy it for 1, I mean, sure, but my personal recommendation to everybody that watched this video is if you're ever going to sell prime junk, don't sell it to the people that are only going to give you 1 platinum for a part. Like, don't encourage them. If you want to buy it for if you want to try to be the person to buy it for that, go for it, but be educated. 2 platinum is kind of average for prime junk, and just, if you want to go ham, see if you get sets together, maybe you could flip them for more platinum in the future. That's always an option. But all that being said, if you guys found this video helpful, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, turn notifications on the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitch. If you guys have a free Amazon Prime, feel free to drop it on the channel. I would appreciate it very greatly with all the work and stuff that I've put into the YouTube channel, helping you guys make all the free premium currency in Warframe that you possibly can. But that being said, love your faces. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome night, day, whatever time it is. Spectral Shark, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate the hell out of you. And YouTube, love your faces. I will see you guys, if not in the next video, then on my Twitch channel. Laters.